Good afternoon. It's time for yet another NFL Bucky's Mail Day. This is your host, Mike C. And of course, Star Show, as always, the Badger in the middle. It's Bucky. Say hi, Bucky. Bucky says hi. All right, guys. It's Monday, May 6th, and 2024. Why did I say that? Just point of reference. Let's get the other news first. The Reds, they're kind of faltering a little bit. I've seen, the managers, head being called for. To be honest, I wouldn't have re-signed him anyway. Or not re-signed him, but I would have fired him at the end of last year, but obviously he wasn't. They're 14-16. They're 4.5 games out, and they can't score runs, basically. They lost the other day. I can't think it was the Padres, 11-1, something like that. I mean, they're just not scoring a lot of runs, and they're kind of, like I said, they're faltering. So be on the lookout for that. It would not surprise me because they're just going nowhere. Their news, I actually watched a hockey game, most of it. The Bruins against, who will they play? Shoot, I forgot who they play. Anyway, they won, and now they're going to play Florida. And like I said, Boston's my brother's team. So congratulations to the Bruins. It was a very good game. Went to overtime, scoreless. Oh, it was 1-1, I believe. That's right. And their team scored a goal, and then like a minute or so later, the Bruins scored, and they got an overtime goal. So that was very exciting. So congratulations to them. Here comes Suki. Hi, Suki. And now she's giving me kisses. So I wanted to get those things out of the way. The hockey draft is coming up Thursday, and the lottery, I should say. And Hawks have a pretty good chance of getting a high pick. Hopefully, there's one guy, I cannot remember his name, but he's the leading scorer of the IHL or someplace like that. Anyway, this is not a hockey network, Bucky. This is football. Bucky, what in the world do you have in front of you today? Well, as you can see, I have my picture frame completed. It looks like a lot like last week's, but it's different. Speaking of last week, we had 21 viewers, that's a great number for us. And I'm not into getting subscriptions and all that stuff and tons of viewers. That's not my game. If you want to do that, that's fine. It's just not my style. But 21 is very good for me. So I think I only have 18 or 17 subscribers, but I'm not into that numbers. But anyway, so I finished it, and I finished Carla's, and she liked hers. And I think she had 3 pictures that I found for her. So I was very lucky this year to actually find her. Of course, I got Terry Arnold under the TA side, and then I got Enos Rickshaw, the other cornerback. So I got 2 corners. And I still see videos saying, Lions should have drafted an edge. And I can't fault them for that. Or a different edge. They could have saved their draft pick and drafted Kool-Aid, and I would have been perfectly happy with that. But we didn't get Kool-Aid, so I had to move on. But I'm very happy with Terry Arnold and Rickshaw, the 2 corners. I've done some fantasy football drafts already, and be more. I'm going to really try not to do as many as I did last year because that's an awful lot. But we'll see. It's very early, so I just did one earlier this morning, so I'm not going to do a lot now and see how many we get. But we'll have a few, obviously. Doing one's kind of like, why bother? But anyway, beside the point. Not a lot of Lions news going on. There's still some free agents out there. Maybe a defensive tackle, defensive edge. A lot of corners. I just watched one a few minutes ago. A lot of cornerbacks. And Lions don't need that. So it wasn't that interesting. But they're also, and I think this is where the Lions are going to attack. There are going to be cuts, obviously. Going to be some very good players. They get some good deals. They can sign 1 year. I mean, who knows who's going to be cut? And there's always surprises. So I think that's the Lions. That's where I would go. You know, gets a surprise cut, sign him for a year. Doesn't even have to be a really young player, and you know, shore up that not a weakness on the Lions defense, but a position of possible change and strengthening. So that's what I would do. Like I said, who they're gonna sign, I have no clue because it hasn't started yet. But there will be cuts. Obviously, there is every year. So that'll be exciting to see, and hopefully they make a move. Um, Other than that, they don't really need, which is strange to say, they don't need a lot. The kicker on the Michigan UFL team is still doing well. There's still rumors that they might sign him, and I'd be okay with that. But other teams are obviously going to be interested. They have contacted him, and so we'll see what happens on that front. There's really not a lot of news going on right now. Um, I haven't got my overall draft finale newspaper. I have to try and see if I can go to Hy-Vee and get it, and that's where I've seen it. But we'll see what happens. I think if it's there, it'll probably be end of this week. So we'll see. I'll make an excuse to stop there and see what we can find. But so after that, I'm going to be getting. I'll get a college football magazine like I did last year, and of course the NFL magazine. That's in the future. Next week we'll have our card remembering series again, and so that'll be fun. And I got different themes. I already have one in mind for next week, so look forward to that, guys. Oh boy, the weather outside is frightful, Bucky. It's windy again. There's a good chance of thunderstorms and more late this afternoon and tonight. I will say Nebraska's pretty, I guess, wussy as far as a good word. Um, their idea of storms and cold temperatures, from where I grew up, it's nothing. I mean, as I walked in 40 below and more temperatures, and they get spooked at 0 or 10 degrees or something. So, but that's okay. They're not used to that. And the rain. There's a chance of rain, and they lock the city down practically. But yeah, it's okay. It's what can you do? But otherwise than that, Bucky, is not a heck of a lot to report. I'm trying to think of anything. Lions haven't really signed anybody. There's still unrestricted free agents out there. There's none that really excite me. There's not a lot of reports. It's kind of a downtime. The draft's been over now for over a week, and still watching videos and mock drafts for 2025, which is I have to learn a lot of the players, which is fine. I got plenty of time. So that's my assignment for the upcoming weeks, Bucky. So we do that by getting information, watching mocks. That's exactly what I'm doing, and reading the magazine, of course, when it comes out. So other than that, Bucky, I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else. No changes or updates from last week's video that I can think of. I talked about hockey. I talked about baseball. Basketball's still going on. I watched a minute of the playoffs. I just don't care about NBA basketball that much anymore. Lakers fired their head coach. Some guy named Ham, I think it was, but Buck says you could go for a ham sandwich. Yeah, I didn't have lunch yet, so it'd be a ham sandwich. That sounds pretty good. So on that note, Bucky, I think we're gonna end it. And I like my picture frame. I don't know if I'll put it up today or not. We'll see. But it will go up. And I gave it an A. and did a very good draft. Still not 100% convinced about that Manu pick. They gave up a lot, and I don't like giving up future draft picks that often, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's about it. So for Mike Senacor, Star Show, as always, it's Bucky. Say bye, Bucky. Bucky says bye. And we'll see you next week. Take care. Stay safe. Stay dry. And stay in love. All right. Bye now.